All right. So we have draw triangles and give the exact value. First of all, you have to have the realization that there are 4 triangles to be had. And if I pull it out, I make it a little smaller. We have the green triangle in the first quadrant. We have the red one in the second. We have the black one in the third. We have the purple one in the fourth, okay? So when I look at 2 pi over 3, all right, I don't start there. I start by saying, hey, pi is 180 degrees. And if I take 180 degrees divided by 3, that's 60. 60 times 2, I get that number 1 is really secant of 120 degrees. So everybody, 120 degrees, I do this problem in purple. If I draw the quadrants, right, these are all ratio problems because when I draw this triangle, does everybody agree the triangle's in the second quadrant then? Does everybody agree if this is 120, the angle inside this triangle is 60 degrees? And everybody, this has 2 names. It's called the reference angle or the related angle. We know the second we have either a 45, 45, 90 or a 30, 60, 90, we're not going to use our calculators. This is going to be an exact value. So we know, if I draw them over here, maybe in black, we know our 30 is 1, 2 square root of 3, right? And we also know our 45 for later is 1, 1 square root of 2. All right? So if I look at my 60-degree angle here, and I say, oh, I got secant of 120. It's really 1 over cosine of 120, right? So and that cosine, all right, if I use my triangle here, is going to be square root of 3, 1, and 2. Everybody, the cosine of 60 is 1/2, right? Did everybody see where 1/2 is coming from? I'm getting some nods. So it's 1 over 1/2, which everybody, I think the answer is the whole number 2. 1 over a fraction just flips the fraction, all right? All right, so I do it the same way every time. I got to go 210 degrees. So I have x and y. I always label my axes. 210 degrees is here. And everybody, that means your triangle is in the third quadrant. I see that there's a supplementary. I got to take away 180 here. So my triangle, a right triangle with a 30-degree angle in the third quadrant, which means this is 1, 2 square root of 3. Everybody, I'm going to stop right now so we make sure we see this. I think the square root of 3 and the 1 are both negative. And if you didn't mark them negative, you still got the right answer this time because 2 negatives make a positive. But everybody, we want to see this. We recognize cotangent. All right? Having all kinds of problems here. We recognize cotangent now from our cards as 1 over tangent of the angle. And everybody, I can do the reference angle here, right? Which is 30 degrees. So I look at this and I say, what is tangent of 30? Well, it's negative 1 over negative square root of 3. So it's 1 over negative 1, negative square root of 3. First of all, 2 negatives make a positive. Well, first of all, flip it up. Flip it up, right? When you take 1 divided here, there is no radical in the base, but the answer comes out to be square root of 3. So everybody, I come all the way back, and cotangent of 210, if I erase some of this, is simply square root of 3. All right? The signs of the trig, guys, are dedicated from the quadrants they're in. All right? Oh. And everybody, I made a mistake up on, no, yeah, everybody, I made a mistake on 1. What's the mistake I made on 1? Everybody, no. This leg here is negative 1. It's negative 2. So I corrected that because we're doing signs. the hypotenuse is always positive, right? Polar rectangular coordinates. Your x and y are based on the sine. All right, everybody should know right away then, hopefully you're starting to see which quadrants these lay in pretty quickly. So for problem 3, guys, 315 degrees leaves a 45-degree angle. The x is positive, the y is negative. The related angle is 45 degrees. Cosecant is 1 over sine. All right? So we do this, and sine of this triangle down here. Now, this is where you don't want to rationalize right away. I agree that the sine of this is negative 1 over square root of 2, and we would be panicking, but we got to get to the very end before we fix things. So this is 1 over negative 1 over square root of 2. Everybody, when you have 1 over something, the equation on the bottom simply flips. I'm not going to multiply by reciprocals. You flip it up. Number 3 is negative square root of 2. All right. Try number 4. All right, everybody, on the 4th one, like a record, you spin around 420, right? More than 360. Now you have a triangle that has a reference angle of 420 minus 360 is 60. You should label the axes. Our 60-degree triangle is 1, 2, square root of 3. We have to memorize that. Sine of this triangle is simply, and these are both positive. This is first quadrant, right? X and y are positive. So it's square root of 3 over 2. All right?